It's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Set to kick off.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 35-yard line.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The shotgun to give to Jones. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 21. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish a ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the Lions' 3-yard line.
They'll try again with Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. They ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Back to throw, Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for them on the outside.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He was taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a Packer first down.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
Jamie Collins makes the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers, man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Packers 7, Lions nothing.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Jones.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6.
Rodgers.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? Let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball. Those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that had been playing before win game one?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical. Because now you come in and you've got the momentum, you can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly or this might be their last game. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. So they will go for it. Stafford. And it is incomplete. What a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He's brought down
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 39, Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And it will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 39 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll start with a handoff to Downs. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
As soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run. It's Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Dancing to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, and it's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Stafford. We got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Throwing again at Stafford. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. To the air again, Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this one taken in by Cephas. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The 6-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, They need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 20.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Rodgers going to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Johnson on the return. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Stafford on 1st down. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Oh, he's got him in wide open. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
20-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And it's caught inside the 5. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. These guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stall out a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Whistle against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out the block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
From the gun, here's Stafford. Right side here, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Reserve line now for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at at their own.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
He's brought down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st down, Packers.
Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And a Packer 1st down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz clock and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4. fourth down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
On the carry.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes. Stack things up and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brings up second and 3 at the 17-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And McManus able to put it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun. Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Preston Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. But they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Set here, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Complete. It's now 3rd down and long.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing deep for Galladay. Unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Lining up for the extra point.
So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
That's good.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 250 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Gets it quickly to Galladay. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 cut. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Quintez Cephas there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 31. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, it's Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Down at the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. So Stafford and the Lions now down by 9. A little over a minute to go. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down. Stafford now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with the pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. Sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on